Good morning. I am Deshawn. Today's weather is cloudy and the high is going to be 97. Right now it is 74. That's hot. I mean, it's better than when it was in the hundreds. It's, because y'all know I'm here in Texas and it gets pretty hot. So let me know what type of weather you're having where you are. Okay, you guys. I want to come and talk to you about something that has been stressing me. It's been on my mind. It's been on my heart. Okay, so next month, Allison, my oldest daughter, is supposed to start kindergarten, right? Well, because what's going on around the world, y'all know what I'm talking about. They're talking about pushing it back to September. Okay, cool. But the thing is, even if they push it back to September, I'm still going to be nervous about her starting kindergarten because I don't want her to experience what I experienced in kindergarten, and I don't want her. Y'all know Allison is very friendly, and I know that she's gonna be wanting to hug and touch on her friends, and they're supposed to be having social distance. How are they gonna do social distance with a classroom of kindergartners? How they gonna do that? Because they are friendly. Well, not all of them, but some kindergartners are friendly, like my daughter, and she likes to hold hands, and all of that stuff. And I'm wondering, okay, are they going to make the kids wear a mask? If they do have to wear a mask, some kids have health issues to where they cannot breathe with the mask on. Because it's hard for me as an adult to breathe with it on. So let alone a kindergartner. They're going to be wanting to take them things off. And they're going to be coughing each other's face and sneezing on each other. Y'all know my kids have allergies. But I have talked with Allison and taught her how to cover her.
You can have some of my plate. I take some.
I've taught her how to cover her mouth and her face when she's coughing and sneezing. But other kids can do it to her. So, that's just one of my fears, because if she catches what's going on and she brings it home to her sister and myself, that would not be a good thing, especially for myself, because y'all know I have MS. Which means my immune system is not the best. So I'm thinking, okay, let me homeschool her. Because if we homeschool her, we'll do everything on the computer. But, I had a conversation with Allison, and she said she really wants to go to school and make new friends and experience kindergarten, and I understand that. But at the same time, she was like, she doesn't want to get sick, and she doesn't want to get us sick and everything. And it's a scary thing. Okay, so that's one of my kindergarten fears. Like I told y'all, another fear is I don't want her to experience what I experienced in kindergarten. When I was in kindergarten, our kindergarten teacher, she was scary. It was a very scary experience. Of course, this was back in the day where it was okay for the teachers to... What you want?
She want my whole plate of fun for play with it.
Y'all can't share?
I gave her some piece and now she's trying to have the whole plate.
So, let me figure out what I'm talking about. So yeah, my kindergarten teacher, back in the day, it was okay for the kindergarten teachers to, whip the kids and do whatever they wanted to the kids. So, my kindergarten teacher, she she would get stressed out because, you know, it's a classroom full of kids. And she'll take her smoke breaks, right? Back in kindergarten, I didn't know that's what it was called. I just know that she would leave and go on break and be gone forever. So, can y'all please share? If y'all can't share, please put it up and find something else to play with. Okay, so she would leave and we would just be in the classroom by ourselves, and the kids would get rowdy. They would climb on the desk, and well, back in kindergarten, it wasn't a desk, it was a table, you know, little tables that we had to sit at with our little bitty chairs, and the kids would just be climbing on them, climbing under them, and doing everything. They would go through her drawers. She had in her at her desk, and honey, she had some of everything at her desk, and they was just bad, and it was scary for me. I was really scared because I was like, what is going to happen to us when she gets back and see everything everywhere? And when she would get back, she would just have a fit. She'd be cursing and just going crazy. She'd be like, oh, y'all are so bad. I told y'all to sit here and be quiet. I told y'all not to talk. But we was in kindergarten. We didn't know how to sit down and be quiet and not talk. Especially me, because y'all know I like to talk. So I was like, okay, next time she leave, I was like, I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to be quiet because I don't want her to come back and pop me with her, because they had she had like a yardstick, I guess is what it's called. It's like the really long ruler. She used to like pop people with. So I was like, I'm going to be quiet next time she leave. So when it was time for lunch, and man, I was hungry. I was ready to eat. We went to lunch. You know, we walked in the lunchroom. It was full of people. And, you know, I saw the line. So I'm like, okay, I guess we got to get in the line to get the food. So I got in the line, and I saw people grabbing trays. And see, back then, the trays, it was just this flat, smooth surface that you had to hold. And you put it on the bar and slide it down and reach up and grab different foods and put it on your tray. So, you know, I grabbed the tray and I put it on the little bar to slide it down. But the food, I couldn't reach it. Like I said, I was in kindergarten. I was short, so I couldn't reach it. And the other kindergartners, they couldn't reach it either. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to reach up and grab this food. So, you know, some of the kids started to climb up on the top of the thing, and the thing was hot when you touched it, so they were getting burned. And, you know, then the lunch lady was like, get down, don't climb up there. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out, how are we supposed to get this food? I was like, I am so hungry. I just really want to get this food. So what I did, I took another lunch tray and I slid it across the top part where the food was, and the food, you know, fell down on my tray. So, of course, the other kids saw me doing that, so they started doing that too. But sometimes it wouldn't fall on that tray. It would fall on the floor. It's still like a big mess. Y'all, we was hungry. We just wanted to eat, and we didn't know how to get the food. We could not reach it. It was nobody handing us the food. So I just wanted to go sit down. Because I was like, I guess we don't get to eat because we're, you know, too small to eat. That's what I figured. So, you know, some of the kids was crying because they were hungry. I wanted to cry, but I was like, me crying, that's not going to feed me. So the bell rung, and, you know, I didn't know what that meant when the bell rang. The bell was ringing, us kids and the little kindergartners, we just looked around and at each other. And then this lady came in there. She was like, go to class. We was like, okay. But we didn't know how to get to class. We did not know where our class was because our teacher didn't show us. She didn't say, this is how you get to class. This is your classroom number. She didn't do none of that. So we didn't know. So this lady fussing at us to get out of the lunchroom. We got out of the lunchroom. Now we're in the hallway. We little kindergartners just walking up and down the hallway. Don't know where to go. So it was a teacher. She was like, what are y'all doing? We was like, trying to get to class. She was like, where is your class? We was like, we don't know. She was like, what's your classroom number? We were like, we don't know. Who is your teacher? So we told her the teacher name. She took us to the class. And the teacher, she wasn't even in there. So the lady who walked us to the class, she sat in there with us. And we waited for our actual teacher to come back. She finally showed up. And she was like, I've been looking for them. And I could not find them. And the teacher who took us to the class, she was like, well, they was wandering in the hallway. And she was like, oh, thank you for bringing them to the class. With the rule they talked. And then, you know, the one who helped us left. Then the teacher, my teacher, fussed at us. She was like, why did y'all not come to class when y'all was finished? I was like, first of all, we didn't finish nothing because we never got anything. We didn't even get to eat. And she was like, well, why y'all didn't eat? How? How was we supposed to eat? We don't know how to get the food. We didn't know how to eat. And, you know, she, fussed and this and that. So by this time, you know when you get real hungry, you get an attitude.